Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. That was so fun to play for you guys. I got 2 minutes to tell you what something did 35 years ago. The Reader's Digest Cliff Notes version is this. I grew up in a family with 7 brothers and sisters raised by a single mother who was very loving but very financially challenged. We were dirt poor, and she had a lot of physical challenges. She had debilitating arthritis, amongst many other things. But she loved her children greatly. So Maria looked to better the lives of her 3 younger children, of which I was at the top of the list. So, okay, thank you. Whole notes. I just got done playing 30-second notes, so now I can have some whole notes. Okay. Well, anyway, my mother signed us up for the program, and we were very fortunate. It was myself, my younger brother, and my younger sister. And she wanted us all to be together, so we were very blessed to find a family by the name of Beverly and Bill Large, and they took on all 3 of us, which was very awesome of them. Now, prior to meeting Beverly and Bill, this happened in a small town called Grants Pass, Oregon. Prior to them, we had never experienced many different things. In fact, they were the first family that took us out to have something as simple as pizza. We never had pizza because pizza was for rich folks. So we had never been to a pizza parlor, as ridiculous as that seems. We had never been to restaurants. The place we went once in a while was McDonald's. Anyway, every single weekend, Beverly and Bill came over to our house. I was 10 years old. I was in the program for 4 years. Every weekend, without exception, they came and picked us up and took us to places. They took us fishing. They took us camping. They took us boating. They took us to the coast. They took us on all these fantastic trips and had these experiences. But most of all, they really just loved on us. So this whole story of love changed my life because they demonstrated love in real, intangible ways, and they expressed it through all of their giving. They showed up to school plays and functions. I know what that boy felt like the other night who was up here, and it touched my heart because I was that kid when he said, if you stand by me, people will think you're my father. Because I used to go to those outings, and they had the father and son cookout, and I was the lonely kid who wished that I had a father. Well, I never had my real father, but Bill Large was a large man who had a large heart. He's still alive, and my big sister, so I was lucky. I had both. I had a big brother and a big sister. I still keep in touch with them today. In fact, I made a vow to them when I was 10 years old. I said, one day, I'm going to be a world-famous drummer. And I said, when I get there, I'm going to remember you, and I'm going to get you front row tickets to my concerts. And God gave me the opportunity to make the fulfillment of that promise. About 10 years ago, I was touring with Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, which happened to be one of their favorite groups. And we were playing through town, and I set them up with front row tickets. And I introduced them to Frankie, and I told Frankie who they were. He rolled out the red carpet. I played with Lenny Kravitz and Bobby Brown and many people, but I've been able to fulfill that promise. But more importantly, what the Big Brother, Big Sisters did for me was it showed me love. It made me feel like I was significant, that somebody cared about me, that I was important. And that changed the world because in the last 25 years as a drummer and the platform as a musician, I've been a motivational speaker. I've written books and articles. I speak all around the world at conferences, at churches, at camps, everything imaginable. And I have the spirit of a mentor. And I teach people, and I love people, and I motivate people. And that love came out of the heart of the Big Brother, Big Sister program. So recently I called up Beverly and Bill, who, like I said, they're still alive and they're still friends, and I call them occasionally. And I felt like, they're getting up there in age, in their 70s. And I said, you know what? I got to call them and really from the depths of my heart and soul tell them how much what they did meant to me. And every time my brother and sister, we get together and we reminisce, all we reminisce about are the days in the Big Brother, Big Sister program. We always talk about the camping trips and the fishing trips and all the fun that we had. Who knows what I would have been without that program? I can tell you I wouldn't be the same guy. I'm a great father. I love my children. I got a 6- and 9-year-old because I learned how to be a father from Bill and from Beverly. And I've affected people all around the world. So I called them to tell them. I spent about a half an hour talking to Beverly and Bill. And I said, you know what? I said, you have no idea the amount of lives that you changed. In fact, when we graduated out of the program, they went and adopted 5 orphan children from New York City. So it goes on. Now they have grandkids and great-grandkids. But I said, I go all around the world, and I love on people because you loved on me. And I said, when you get to heaven, I said, in your heavenly bank account, you're going to have deposits that you never knew that you made. I said, because when you sowed into me, you had no idea how exponentially it would grow, and it would grow. I said, it's like Amway, man. It's like Amway. You got this guy up here, and your downline is getting huge. And I believe that's the way God would look at it, is when you sow, and I'm telling you this to basically encourage you and tell you that the program works. For all you people that raise funds and the people in government, you are changing lives. You are doing things. I'm the living proof that this program works. And though you don't know much about me, I'm all around the world, television and all kinds of things, and I'm mentoring people and building people up because somebody took the time to build me up. So I want to tell you that the program works. It's an honor to be an alumni and a privilege to be here. And I want to thank each and every one of you. And I'd like to thank Beverly and Bill Large personally for what they did. And I'd like to thank you guys for what you're doing. You are doing the work that matters. You are leaving behind a legacy that's going to matter when you're gone. And to me, life is very short. And one of the things I always tell people is don't make your life about self. If you make your life about self, you will self-destruct. But if you make your life about other people and building up other people and serving other people, you will have a richness that the big brother here the other night talked about. Did you feel it? Did you feel his love? That was the richness, the part of your life that you give to others, and that's what gives you purpose. That's what gives you meaning. And I've traveled around the world with many famous people, and believe me, the people that don't serve and sow into others have no life. It's all exterior. So you guys are doing the right stuff. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Take care, and may God bless each and every one of you.